The success of the Disney comedies allowed the studio to expand its live-action production and build more sound stages on its famous Burbank lot.
Every other lot in town was just a lot of sand stages and asphalt in between them. We had lawns and a baseball diamond. It really was a campus.
There was not a lot of pretension. That was nice.
They'd have concerts with the Firehouse Five, which is a ragtime band that was made up of animators.
There were basketball courts, people playing badminton, soccer, frisbees, everybody's running around playing. And the best food in town at the commissary.
That's what I remember, the food. Everybody talked about the best commissary of all.
You could get a big piece of roast beef for like $2 or something like that. And it was good. It was really good.
It was very civilized, you know. It was very well manicured, flowers everywhere. It was genteel. It had a civility about it that you certainly don't find today.
You didn't go there like a business. It was unlike any other studio I've ever been at. It was remarkable. It was very special, and it was because of Walt.
Darby O'Gill and the Little People is an outstanding film. It's a wonderful fantasy. You have Sean Connery in his pre-James Bond roles, and Janet Munro, who Walt liked so much and put her under contract.
She is my dear, my darling one, my smiling and big island one. I love the ground she walks upon, my darling Irish girl.
People who are aficionados of fantasy filmmaking and special effects consider it one of the best. He had thought about Darby O'Gill and the Little People in the 40s, and thought about it more seriously when he saw Albert Sharp on Broadway in Finian's Rainbow. Well, it would be another decade before he hired Albert Sharp, but he did hire him to play Darby O'Gill. He even did a one-hour special about hunting down the king of the leprechauns and getting his permission to put him in the movie. Wonderful, wonderful show, and a wonderful bit of promotion, too.
Mr. Disney has come all those millions of miles from America to see you, sir.
You see, I'm making a film about Ireland, the real thing.
What's that got to do with me?
I want you in it.
Mother and turf! Is it mad you are, man, or what? No, he's an American, you know. Oh, it's not ignorance, it's just that he knows nothing.
Walt restarted international production. Probably the first film was Third Man on the Mountain.
It's really about the first conquering of the Matterhorn. And it was a grand little love story there, needless to say. I climbed the Matterhorn on my day off. I went to work the next day, and the word had spread around. Ken Anakin said, "Naughty, naughty, naughty."
Film came out in 1959. Matterhorn was built at Disneyland, 1959. I wonder if there's a connection there.
When Disney set his sights on filming the literary classic, The Swiss Family Robinson, he inspired director Ken Anakin to reimagine it into a brand new adventure.
Walt said, try and think of everything that you would like a family to experience on a desert island. Think of all the animals that you would like to have and put them into interesting situations with the family. I will approve of you doing anything you want to do.
We shot for 7 months on Tobago. Just to see that place is the stuff dreams are made of.
The art department had built this tree house in this huge banyan tree that was on this island. As Walt went along, he got that look. He said, "This is great, guys, but what if you did da-da-da-da-da-da-da?" And when I came back the next day, Walt added to it a water wheel that had water coming down that went into a bamboo chute, and it turned this, and it was this Rube Goldberg device that he just dreamed up. He was a maestro at it. Whenever you saw his eyes start to twinkle like that, you knew something was going to happen, and it would be something that was very interesting, you know.
He saw the thing through his own very specific prism, and it was his. It was unique.
Everybody back behind the starting line.
The race was sort of the climax of the film.
Quick, motherfucker!
Wait for me! Come on, Janet Monroe was on the zebra, Jimmy MacArthur was on the donkey, Kevin was on the elephant, and I was on the ostrich. I think it made a good ending to the film. It gave some comic relief.
Come on, Duchess. That way.
The animal guy would always say to me, don't ever stand in front of the ostrich. If they kick you, goodbye Charlie, you know? I took that advice very keenly and did not do so.
It's all just having fun and shooting. So this donkey stops by the stream, and I go right off the top. I did a perfect flip, and it's in the picture.
Now we're going to win.
It wasn't planned. And I wouldn't have done it.
By 1960, the arrival of a new Walt Disney epic sent a ripple throughout the world, and the Disney studio was riding a tidal wave of popularity.
It wasn't just Swiss Family Robinson, it was Walt Disney's Swiss Family Robinson. And America embraced those films and embraced that brand.
It made its money very, very fast for Walt and was the biggest money maker for years.
They're almost all stories that you can go back 20, 30, 50 years later and look at and not be reminded of their antiquity.
Walt would take a picture like that, release it, have great success with it, put it back in the film vaults for 7 or 8 years, and then re-release it again.